Please help me welcome to the stage the cast and creator of Teen Wolf. She is the best friend we all loved to have until she predicted our death. Holland wrote it. In the immortal words of Britney Spears, he's not a boy, not yet an alpha. Tyler Eklund. We met her in Eichen House, so it makes a lot of sense that we're crazy for Shelly Henry. He survived the internet and he's here today, Dylan O'Brien. Alpha, Beta, Zeta, it doesn't matter, he'll always be our Teen Wolf, Tyler Posey. So he's not a weird cheetah, but he is the newest Teen Wolf in Beacon Hills, Dylan Sprayberry. And last but not least, the man who controls it all, executive producer Jeff Davis.
Oh, we are? Oh my God. I'm in Shelly. I'm in Dylan's seat. Just go. Wait, don't forget. Oh, the bit didn't work. The bit didn't.
Jeff, I'm gonna let you handle that situation.
I think I broke my toe on that cart.
This giant man is John Duff, our extraordinary berserker, and a special shout out to our special effects team who made
I think this just goes to show what an incredible special effects department that Teen Wolf has. I think it's
Wait, should we move over so that we're in the right place? Yes. There we go. There we go. Jeez.
Sorry guys, this is our first time at Comic Con. We're going over now.
Alright, so
Wow, look at everybody. Oh my God.
for two quick issues, before we get into talking about the new season, first, I think we all just need to give a collective round of applause to Dylan O'Brien for everything he's done. Mr. Davis, I believe you have something you would like to talk about.
I do. I have a special announcement. We just found out yesterday, have to keep secret, we will be coming back for a 5th season. Not 12 episodes like 4th, it will be 20, which is easy. 20 more episodes of Teen Wolf coming.
Nice. Alright, so Jeff, let's talk about season 4. I have to tell you, the whole Deadpool of it all has been amazing. Seeing all these different characters come in, some with mouths, some without mouths, I mean, it's pretty dope. Can you talk about how much acid you had to do to think of that? Can you talk about where that idea was born from?
It was actually born out of, there was not very much time between the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. We had to come up with ideas really quickly. And I was sitting around with my brothers during Christmas, and we were reminiscing and lamenting the fact of how we were so poor in our 20s, and didn't realize how poor we were being raised by a single mom. And I wanted to take it back to the sort of Spielbergian type struggles you see in like E.T., where the kids in the single mom were really poor and they had to have very human struggles. And for us in the writer's room, it was a way to get back to human problems, as opposed to creating or inventing another really complicated mythology based around a supernatural creature. So we have assassins and bad guys this year who are a little more human, but just as nasty as the others.
Nice. And I appreciate that with the addition of Dylan Sprayberry, you continue to only cast Dylan for 2 names.
How that happens.
I mean,
There's gonna be Dylan's and Tyler. We call him Little Dill. You call him Little Dill Spray?
Oh yeah, I guess.
You said that in an interview.
For Dylan Sprayberry, what has it been like to join the show? I mean, this is a group of guys who have been together for quite a long time. Is there hazing? I mean, how rough of a fun transition has it been for you?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome meeting these guys. That's really echoey. These guys are great. They're like my brothers now, and we've been working for like a half a year, and it feels like we've been working together forever. It's awesome.
And he's like the greatest kid alive, too.
He's only 16.
Just turned 16.
For posing in a I mean, does it, on the show, Styles and Scott kind of take him under their wing? Has that been sort of replicated on set as well?
It definitely has. But we don't. I mean, I feel like he's taken us under his wing too. We just fit well together. You know, it's not like I feel like I'm older than him and we're trying to show him the ropes. It's just we're just hanging out. We're having fun, you know, and it's a great time. It was perfect. We were perfect. I love you. We married.
What about the other Dylan?
I love it. Jeff, clearly you're fitting in very well. How have you enjoyed writing for Lydia? What can we expect moving forward?
What can we expect moving forward in the season?
For Liam?
For Liam? Well, more struggle. What he's going to have to deal with in the future is he starts to learn that he's okay being a werewolf, but he's not ready to quite be the hero that Scott and Styles are, so he has a lot of stuff there. He gave an interview, actually, a little while ago, where he had the best quote, and somebody asked him, was it scary to be suddenly working with all adult actors? And Dylan said, no, because they all act my age.
Very nice. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yes, and by the way, for season 5, Dylan is now a series regular.
But you know, that is not the only new addition we've had to Beacon Hills in a major way this year. Malia has joined. Shelley, we loved you last season. It was cemented when you made Kira do that really weird dance in the season premiere. For the record, is that really Arden dancing, or is she just an amazing fake bad dancer?
Both. She's a great dancer. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, you know, it's interesting
It's
because
really hard to mess that up. Dancing in a club.
Malia sort of fits into this world in an interesting way because she's so much more mature on some level than the rest of them. She's been living in the wilderness, she's away from her own. What do you like about what she brings to the show?
I like that she brings honesty. She doesn't have a filter, which can be a little rude sometimes. That's why she has Styles to explain to everyone that she doesn't need any harm. It's just all she knows, and that's one of my favorite parts about it.
I can say one of the things we're happiest with Shelley is that she has a very good sense of humor and really good comic timing. She's like, when we saw the first cut of the lacrosse game, lacrosse practice, where she's doing all the facial impressions, we knew she'd be really funny, and we're happy to be able to write humor for her and Styles.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
You guys have had a lot of permutations of weird, awkward teenage romance on the show, but I feel like none have really been like this. I've been watching the whole season. I don't even know if they're actually dating, I feel like. Like, what is the deal with Styles and Lydia at this point?
Wait, what's the question?
What is the deal with Styles and
Are they dating?
They're unique. They're unlike most relationships in high school, I think. They're...
Do they have sex?
Conjugal sex, of course.
Yeah!
No, sex is bad.
Sex is bad.
Let's marry it. Oh god.
Underage people in this audience.
Oh, Jeff.
That's it.
Jeff, what do you think of this question?
I can say for upcoming, they may have a rocky road ahead. So it's gonna get difficult for Lydia and Styles, especially as a certain secret about her parentage comes out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who knows what that secret is?
Well, that's not the only secret being kept at the moment. I mean, Hecklin, I feel like Derek has a huge secret that he's keeping from everyone, which we found out in last week's episode. What was your reaction when you found out your character was slowly losing all of his powers?
For me, it was actually really exciting. It was kind of an opportunity to, I think anytime you come across something with your character that you can personally relate to in like a very real kind of way, it's always really exciting. So for me, Derek becoming more human was much the same as I went through when I stopped playing baseball. That was such a huge identity thing for me as a kid growing up, that when I stopped, I kind of had this weird, moment where you go, well, who am I without that? So for Derek to be losing his powers as a werewolf, he's going to have to figure out who he is when he's not a werewolf. So it's becoming a human and moving on and finding your identity and who you are, what you stand for, and the actions you take, as opposed to just a label that you might have.
There was this scene where Derek said to Scott, "You're really good at this," after he watched him sort of talk Lydia. I thought that was such a great scene, and it was like a passing of the torch in a really interesting way.
It's funny because when you were asking Posey and Dylan about how they are with Strayberry on set, like being the older brothers kind of thing, it's been really weird to watch because Posey and Dylan are now the same age that I was when we started the show, and Strayberry's a little bit younger than they were, but still, it's kind of when we shot that scene, it was one of those weird moments of life. I can't see the far end of the table. What's going on?
Watch the TV. You can see everything in there.
Just look at
No, but that's weird. But it was a weird moment of like, oh my god, exactly what's happening in this scene is kind of what's happening in real life. It's like seeing Scott fill that role that Derek was in season 1. And it was like a really weird kind of trippy moment. So I really enjoyed that scene. It was probably one of my favorite scenes we've ever shot on the show for me personally.
Nice. Colin, I would imagine, given everything Lydia's gotten to do this season, really finding and embracing her banshiness, there's probably a lot of things that could stick out as sort of favorite things that you've gotten to do this year.
Favorite things I've got.
Did Holland fart just now?
That was a mouth fart.
She's finally like the others.
Yeah. I finally have some romantic freedom. Woman, you're nonsense. So Lydia's discovered that album, and I would say I think it's been incredible to know, and there is more to come about Lydia's history and why she's a banshee. And now that she has all this newfound power, it's just based on the fact that she helped anybody with it. And so Lydia has to be like the best at everything, including helping people. And so somehow that's supposed to be an altruistic quality in that sense. And so she wants to help people. That's basically her MO this season, and hopefully with her power she'll be able to do so.
Awesome. Jeff, hell yeah. She was talking about learning more about her family. What can you sort of say about the banshiness of it all?
You're going to learn a lot more. One of the things we've really enjoyed about crafting this art for Holland and Lydia is that we can do it slowly. We can do it over seasons, and it's a struggle for her to master her powers. And we're going to see in the next episode, especially next 2 episodes, how she struggles with that. And there's a great scene in what we call the study in the lake house, where we're going to learn a lot about the Martin family past, and actually more about in the future. There's little I can say.
Well, since you're talking about the next 2 episodes, why don't we just take a look at what's coming up for the rest of this?
This is edited by Gabe Fleming.
sort of talk about what's coming up in the next stretch?
A lot of decision making, a lot of character arcs coming to a finish, I could say. You saw Peter Hale at the end of that trailer, and one of the last lines it says is, "It was my bite that changed your life. It's my bite that can end it." So you're going to be seeing the fruition of Peter Hale's plan and what he intends with Scott.
That was the first time we've seen him as a wolf other than the alpha.
Yeah. It was a big CGI monster before.
Yes, he was. Ian has never worn the werewolf makeup before, other than that moment. He was just a CGI monster. Does anybody care? Does anybody?
We care.
Okay.
Dylan, Sprague, can you talk? I mean, we saw you jumping through the air, full wolfed out. Can you talk about what that was like doing for, I would imagine, the first time, unless you just do that in your downtime too?
It was really fun, especially getting to do some of my own stunts. I mean, obviously they have people that are better at that than I am, but I get to do some of it like that.
That was a pretty impressive jump.
It was fun. I was jumping. And then, since my man can't jump.
And Hecklin, based on that trailer, I would assume you don't put any shirts on for the rest of the season.
I think I got lucky in 3A and 3B, and then it caught up with me. Yeah, there was quite a bit of that, right? First time I seen that trailer, I was unaware.
I love that. Well, I feel like it's about that time to open it up to your guys' questions. I believe there's a mic. You can all line up back. Is that? Fight! So if you want to fight,
I'm an instigator. I'm just joking.
this will be very
Nobody fight.
all right.
Important question, how much time do we have? How much time do we have? We have a little bit of time?
All day.
Okay, so yes, we get through it.
All right. Do we have our first question?
Whatever you do,
Yeah, we are.
I mean, we're gonna try our best on the ramble. Yeah?
Hello.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I wanted to ask what drew you to audition for the show?
Not money. I mean, for me, what drew me to the audition is that it was Scott is the lead character. I had never played a lead before, so I was like, hell yeah. It was on MTV. I grew up watching MTV. I read the script. It was phenomenal, Jeff Davis. And everything was just exactly the way I wanted it to be. And then I met Dylan and Tyler, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I have to be a part of this. And then it's been history ever since. And now we make out all the time.
we don't make out.
We don't.
We just sit next to each other in underwear. I love the script, and I loved Styles, and I wanted to audition for him.
Yeah, I like the script was the first thing that caught my attention, and then I loved how creepy Derek was. The first script.
You're natural for a werewolf.
I know, yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, that was a family joke going into it that I had to be a werewolf at some point in my life, so this worked out nicely.
I saw Hecklin at my audition, and I was like, wait, you totally have to be on this show. Because I knew him before the show. And so naturally, you know And I was giving him like tourist points to hit Atlanta where we used to film, and that's when I got the call like, you're gonna be a 5'8" model off the roads of Milan. And I don't look Italian, I'm 5'3", and as some of you might have heard the story, I somehow ended up playing Lydia, Jeff Davis, so thank you for hiring the redhead, pale, short girl to play the popular pretty girl.
But you are playing the smart girl too.
Yeah. So yeah, and I love the script too. I mean, I think we all loved it, Violet.
Next question.
Yeah. Remember me?
I remember you. Tim Andrew.
My name is Tyler Blades.
Damn it.
First of all, big words. Best
fun actor just like all of you guys. Yeah. And I just realized, if there's me, Tyler Villegas, Tyler Eglin, and Tyler Posey, does that make the three of us, the three Tyler Musketeers? Yes, it would. So my question for both Tylers and both Dylans. The toughest and gnarliest scene you have ever done, and explain why.
The gnarliest
Scene in season 4.
What was the gnarliest scene we've ever done, and explain why? I think I've seen it
First 5 seconds.
4. I don't know. The scene where I bit Dylan Sprayberry was so pivotal and such a huge moment for Scott and for the series in general. I think that was one of the most intense. It took us like 9 hours.
Wasn't that like his first night?
That was Dylan's first night of working, and it was the perfect introduction to Teamwork. It was bloody. It was like 9 in the morning when we finished filming,
And he was screaming for
he
hours.
was screaming for hours. So it was perfect. Welcome to the family, buddy.
Hecklin?
I agree.
You want to answer?
The gnarliest scene, right?
I think kind of be nice.
It's got to be the water.
I'm open for
You hated the water.
Wait, which one?
I said it's got to be the water. You hated
Oh
the water.
yeah, if we're not saying only season 4, then definitely the fight scene in the water was hands down the most memorable for many reasons, good and bad. We ever shot. That was very intense. Couple days of stunts, but I think it looked good, right? Like, was it worth it? Just tell me it was worth it. That's all that matters. There we go. That was good. That was
Dylan's.
Ooh, who goes first? D.
Oh yeah, no.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Do we do it real quick?
Rock, paper, scissors, 2 out of 3.
Yeah. No, this is. We gotta get some more questions.
Yeah, go.
Gnarly season 4 was I liked when Dill punched us and we tackled him down the stairs. That was awesome. I love that. Go.
Can't say the same.
It took all. I can't say the same one.
Well, say the same one. We gotta get some more questions.
Yeah, no.
I liked the one with Tyler hanging off the roof. Because I just remember done, I had like scratches all over me from holding onto the roof all night long and yelling and bleeding. I was, no.
He's hands to us for that.
But they took care of me, so it's okay.
That was him telling you can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi.
And I'm one of the signs up there.
One my pillow? I don't think so.
So I just first wanted to say that you guys are all so amazing and talented, and Dylan and Ryan, you're perfect. So my question was, so I have this weird secret hidden talent where I can roll my R's backwards. So I was wondering if, wait, what?
What does that even mean? Let me
Okay, ready?
Let's see it.
So I wanted to see if any of you guys had any weird talents. If you don't, then what would you like to have?
I'm like trying to find some now.
Do you have weird talents?
Oh, Shelly does her own
Wait.
werewolf voice.
I don't know. I have no talents. The show just makes it seem like we all have like special talents.
That may have been the hardest question.
I can skateboard.
They call us talent. Trying to get us in a room, but
Yeah, what are we good at? Can anyone do anything with their body?
you said it.
Weird talents.
What happened?
You know what we can do? We can answer a question without answering it.
Yep.
Just like we are right now. All in the party.
Sorry, we have no talents.
Perfect, killing it. Okay, next question.
Hi, I love you, Dylan O'Brien. Any supernatural character, what would you want?
Oh, you're so cute.
any of them. Okay. that's out of nowhere. You can't have my name tag anymore.
Next question.
Are any of the characters on the show based off real people?
Not really. That sounds disappointing. Sorry. They're kind of, I can say some certain parts of the characters are based on probably the person I would want to be. I had a very lonely high school time, and Styles and Scott are the friendship that I wish I had.
Thank you. Next question.
Hi, my question is for Holland or any other returning cast member, and I was wondering if you had any idea just how much your characters were going to develop, either supernaturally or not, when you first took on the role.
I didn't. I mean, I was excited that Lydia finally knew she was on a werewolf show. Season 2. So I would have to say, I'm really excited about season 4 because she is not only embracing her power, but she's excelling at it. And yeah. So I love that I have a set of pipes, I guess, and that's considered channel, well, it's not considered, it's channeled to a supernatural power. So I never knew I would be a banshee, no. No, to answer that question. I don't know how they knew I could scream. I think that was just like a lucky strike kind of thing. But that's nothing. And so yeah, that's how it kind of came about. It was a surprise for me personally. Yeah, we'll see if I make it into the special extra or not. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, sweetie.
Hi.
We good?
Oh, yeah.
Hi. So since this is on TV, it's a lot of music, I'm curious what song you would like to see on Teen Wolf if you had input.
How long for you to go to Black Keys? No Black Keys fans? Don't do that now. You had your chance. You missed it.
Okay, so you think, but I think you've already had them on.
What happened?
What song?
Somebody say a song way more popular than what I just said.
Do you guys know the song by Magic Rude? Why you gotta be? I like that song a lot. So I want that song on Teen Wolf. I heard that song for the first time and I texted Dylan and I was like, dude, we have to start a reggae band. And then, what's wrong, babe? He texted me, he's like, yeah, babe. Because he texted me without realizing we have to start a reggae band. So I said, all right, babe. Instead of band, I said babe. I realized, but I'm serious. Who says we should start a reggae band?
Check out Total War 2 Rs. They're good too.
So out of that question you got,
Hey, man. Yeah. Dylan, featuring Iggy Azalea.
I like country.
Iggy is. family and my loved ones.
That's, I mean, seriously, if I knew I was dying.
You wouldn't masturbate in public or anything?
Next question. We have a werewolf out there.
Are you a beta?
I am. There's a short drive going on.
That's cool.
This is a question for the Narewolves.
The Narewolves?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's it like? I always know wearing makeup myself. What's it like wearing the full beta makeup if you've never worn it before?
That's the newest one.
You should answer that first.
Wearing the beta makeup is awesome. You sit in the chair for an hour and a half, and you get a bunch of makeup put on, and it smells awesome.
This is 2 hours.
It burns a little bit, but I mean the end result is really cool, and you get to run around and scare the crap out of people on set and dress like a werewolf.
It's a lot easier for them now because they don't have to wear contacts.
Yeah, we used to, before he came on the show, we used to have to wear contacts. Are you wearing contacts? Where'd you go? Are you wearing contacts? Are they weird? Do you hate them? Oh, okay, well, this is... We didn't have a prescription. I don't wear contacts, so it's weird. But it's cool. Other than that, it's awesome. I'm sure you kind of understand. Are you wearing wolf makeup right now? Beta? So you know how it is?
It would be very much for your question.
Wearing makeup, I think.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hello. I guess I don't know who can really answer this question. Maybe Tyler Hecklin. Do you know if Peter Hale will ever stop wearing V-necks?
Well, you're pretty close to Ian Bowen. It wasn't the first
question I've ever done. Just only because I can't wait to tell Ian that that was a question.
You should ask Ian Bowen that question.
Knowing Ian, no.
They'll just get deeper.
Yes, and they'll be deeper and wider. It'll be these, and then it'll be a U. And it's not a very stretched out W. It'll be outrageous. Yeah.
But he can rock a V-neck better than anyone else.
He can do
So why the hell not?
If you got it, come on it, baby.
There you go.
Thanks for your question. Hi.
Hi, my question is for Tyler.
Which one?
Hey, brother.
Hey, being a person of color, like especially a Hispanic person, like how does it feel knowing that like you're kind of like a gateway for other actors that are of Hispanic descent? That I mean, like you're a real inspiration to people of color. Does it ever like bleed into your character?
First of all, I think that's so cool. All I ever want to do is inspire people and just inspire people to do more with their lives and do what they want to do. So already it's one of the coolest things. And I didn't even really know that. It just wasn't even in my head when I started doing Teen Wolf that I could inspire people of color to do what I do. And has it blended into my character? It hasn't really, but I like it like that because it's more natural, you know? It's not, we don't touch up on it all the time, or at all, really. Do we? Is Scott McCall Mexican or not? What is it?
His mom's maiden name is Delgado.
It is? Okay, yeah, so Scott is Mexican. I think it's more natural that we don't really touch upon it that much. But yeah, I think it's great. All I ever want to do, like I said, is inspire people. So I'm glad that's transcending a little bit. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, I was wondering what happened to Danny.
Jeff, what do you think about that question?
Jeff, your thoughts on that?
You have not seen the last of Danny.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I just wanted to know, like, I know Dylan on the show is definitely comedic relief, but offset, who's the comedic relief? Is it Dylan or Tyler Posey?
Oh man, it's a tie. It's a dead tie. You cannot.
There's not one
can't pick
person
one.
who's not funny. I think all of us are. Everyone is funny. Are equal. I don't think it can be just between me and Dylan.
Yeah.
I think everyone here, even though I talk about masturbating and pooping a lot, it's.
We have very different senses of humor.
There's different sense of humor on this set.
It's like Offset, it's like an ensemble sitcom, I feel like.
It is.
It's just a constant.
Shelley's hilarious. Dylan's hilarious. Heckman's hilarious.
That's so genuine. I can't.
It is genuine. I just didn't. There's no like. Holland, you're the funniest in the world. I love listening to you talk. I love. Holland is so funny. We're a sitcom. We're a walking sitcom. Yeah, it's because we're drunk.
So basically, no one's
Spin off to a reality show. We're gonna have a reality show of us just walking
We don't have any more career or anything. We're just gonna like be like, MTV, please take us back for a reality show.
We're just gonna
We can still make it work.
Oh man, sorry.
You got your Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say that Teen Wolf has a really wonderful representation of women on the show, which is really And I wanted to ask if Holland and Shelley, if you guys feel responsibility of that weight on your shoulders of representing women in a world that's in television where women are often not represented.
Yeah, I mean, I was a women's studies major part of my time in college, and four people on TV are women, so it's actually 25% of all people. And so for the fact that half of our cast is female, statistically that's huge. So thank you, Jeff Davis. And on that note, yeah, I love that, for my character, I love that the archetype isn't stereotypical, and it's not the archetype. And I've said in the past, and it hasn't changed, that I love that she's smart, and she's not afraid to know the answer right next to boy in class, and not afraid to show that. So I think it starts with just what's represented in society, and if you see it on TV, then maybe, other people can emulate that if that's a fear of theirs. So yeah, I think that's, for my character, where I've maybe contributed in a long run out nonsense.
There's a lot of damsels in distress on television, and what I love about Jeff is he writes really strong female characters. And my favorite part about Lydia is that she's the big spoon.